NFL. I mean, I don't understand that. All I've been hearing is you have to have this and you have to have that. And Baker Mayfield allegedly has none of that. But at the same time, Baker Mayfield has a job. He's the number one player picked in the draft, but Deshaun Watson went in the middle of the draft. Explain that to me. That's just totally and utterly insane. And I mean, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. But Robert Griffin III potentially playing for his career, and Blake Bortles got a contract extension. Cam Newton has accuracy issues, and Blake Bortles got a contract extension. I don't understand it. You rarely see a black dude as a backup quarterback. You know, you got your Geno Smiths, you got your one or two, you know, for whatever. T. Martin hung around for you, Emmanuel out in Oakland. But by and large, as many black people as it is in professional football, there are very few black people playing the backup quarterback position. I just don't get it. With that being said, man, I am going to take another break, and I'll be right back with you, man. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, Muddy fucking Waters mixtape, man. I'm high as a bitch up in this motherfucker. I need a beat. I need a fucking beat. I don't need no turn-up beat. I need some elements, some hip-hop. Let's get back to some elements and shit. Yeah. Josh, I like that, man. You like that, man? Let's turn that shit up, man. Yeah. Lyrical wordplay for y'all. I feel good on this one, man. This is how real MCs do it, you know. Yeah. I like this shit a lot, man. Done Fiato. Rome, York, we in the building. Check it out. Yo, when I hit the bong, I'm Godzilla taking over Hong Kong, eating wonton with a shotgun and long johns. It's not unsung, no story here to tell. I'm just ready. I'm a student before the school bell to propel my wordplay. Thursday, boy, I bust off 3Ks on Martin Luther King birthday. Berkeley College for $20. If I got it, smoke here, inquire my knowledge. A little psychotic, I know. Rate me, I'm Michael Jordan. The Final Four, fighting with Wayne Gretzky. I'm not relevant. Let's see who's spitting. Some of y'all Coke and Pepsi. I can't tell the difference. I'm Darryl when I'm pitching. Before the white girl had him twitching. Not a rap game in my kitchen. Easy pickings. Rebel with the calls my mind. It's like fuck with mine and put your mind on the wall. I'm on tour getting bread and tattoos, and your job is giving tic tacs and bathrooms. I hate gossip. I mash up your media mosh pit. Release a bad boom in the chat room. My weed bag's a vacuum to smuggle. Off of one blunt, a bitch gon' fuck you. Chicks TiVo the meatloaf. When I hit they belly, Doc dropping all dimes. Rico, take precautions. I got a pallbearer that build coffins for all rappers and nonsense. Nonchalantly, I'm thinking darker than a convict conscious. That's why I'm sweating in the armpits. That's where the bomb is. The gang rate in my city is like the 80s where Kendrick Lamar lived. I got a harvest of purple at my apartment. Across the park, I sell pounds to cartmen. I think like an orphan, I'm in the zone, but it's freestyle, so these words might need a home. Executive neck, I demand respect. Check, don't even talk to me or text the wrong tone, okay? Stay at bay, Mandalay. When I write, I'll pull pins from these hand grenades. You could be amazed to hate it, but either way, I get it heated like Kanye and Sway. I'm done with it. I had fun with it. Stay back and tell your girl, come get it. She had Mr. Right, now she want Mr. Wrong. Now she swing along like Serena Arms.
For you to compete against, calm down, listen to a brother who knows. Cause the calm down, listen to a brother who knows. Cause the calm down, listen to a brother who knows. Cause it doesn't make sense for you to compete against, calm down, listen to America's best.
What's happening, man? Back in full effect. I am working on a potential guest. It's going to be a surprise. I think you guys will like this guy. It's your boy coming at you live and direct as usual. We're going to keep this show moving. But you know, the black backup quarterback is a conundrum. And nobody even addresses that. That's something that bothers me. It has bothered me for quite some time. And I just don't understand how Again, these guys who are down for the cause and they speaking up for the community and things of that nature, you rarely hear about this. How is it that for years we've had, I understand the concept of, it takes time to develop. People, it has been 30 years since Doug Williams won that first Super Bowl. 30 years. 30. And we can't get adequate representation as a backup in this country. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't get it. I don't understand why ain't nobody talking about it. You got backup quarterback. When you look at college, every time you turn around, you see a black quarterback. Every time you turn around. But none of these guys translate to the pros. And I just don't get it. I really don't. With that being said, let me put this on hold. I gotta check something. Never mind. We are putting ourselves in a situation to whereas we are not looking up at the right thing. How you doing, Sydney? What's good? Thank you for tuning in. But we need to address these situations. I don't understand what's the problem. How is it that we're in situations to whereas we making up 65-70% of the league and we're not getting any representation as backups? These things are the things that concern me. And, Robert Griffin III sitting on the bench with Baltimore, that's cool, but you also got Ozzie Newsome there. You got Blake Bortles, and it's a ton of other quarterbacks out there that I have questions about. How is it Jay Cutler get the job before Robert Griffin III? How is it a lot of these guys are working instead of the quarterback situation in Buffalo is insane. The Cleveland quarterback situation is a revolving door, which I do think it is going to improve this year, but I just don't understand that. Just somebody help me understand that. And with that being said, man, I'm going to transition into college football, which just happens to be my favorite sport. College football is going to be insane, as it is every year. One of the things that has changed in college football is it's becoming must-see TV at the very beginning of the season. If you disagree, all you have to do is look at the series of games that you have to check out at the very beginning of this season, and that will be teams like the number 6 University of Washington versus Auburn. Auburn versus Washington is a game we all know. If you watch college football, you know this could be a situation. This is a situation that can put you in this had national championship implications. I'm sorry, I got a phone call that's throwing me off. National championship implications. The loser of this game could potentially put themselves out of national championship contention because of the playoff system. It is only going to be 4 teams. It starts off and ends with the Final Four. 2 losses more than likely will not have you in the Final Four. If you are Washington and you have 2 losses, it is a very gigantic chance that you won't be in the Final Four because the Pac-10 has fallen off tremendously. They are not respected. They are not pulling their weight. So the Pacific 10 is one of the Power 5 conferences that's not being respected. Auburn, on the other hand, the reason they can knock them out of contention, if you get a loss this early in the season, you still have to play Alabama. You still have to play LSU. And Jimbo Fisher may have the Texas A&M Aggies doing that thing. So you may put yourself in a quandary. And the team that nobody's talking about is the Missouri Tigers. Missouri Tigers are going to be the surprise team of the season. So if you are Auburn and you lose this early in the season, again, you may put yourself out of contention. Another game I want you guys to keep your eye on is the Miami-LSU game. The reason you have to keep an eye on this is the Miami Hurricanes are back. They had the turnover chain phenomenon last year. I'm sure they're going to carry that over or even have something even more exciting. And you have the LSU Tigers. The LSU Tigers are chock full of talent every year. They always have issues with quarterback and coach. It is amazing to me as a football fan, a college football fan, how LSU can consistently not have proper quarterback play when you have that many pros. You got Odell Beckham, you have Landry coming out of that. Look at the type of talent that's coming out of LSU every year, annually, at all skill positions as well as defensive line, linebackers, and so forth and so on. and you still can't get a quarterback. This speaks to coaching and or recruiting, which goes hand in hand. So I don't really know what's going on. I do know that the coach down there does not fit the quote-unquote cookie-cutter image of a coach. He does fit right into that landscape. He is from the area, so that's why he's beloved down there. But this is a guy who he's not a shirt and tie guy. He's not clean cut. He doesn't enunciate. He speaks like a person from Louisiana, so people get on him about that. This is only his second year, and people are already talking about he's on the Budweiser hot seat. I am definitely interested in this game because, again, these are teams that are in powerful conferences. Well, yeah, powerful divisions. The SEC West is a powerful division. You got Alabama, Auburn, and Missouri, 3 powerhouse universities. And you have the ACC, the conference that I think is the most powerful conference in all of college football. The Miami Hurricanes will go up against Clemson. Contrary to popular belief, the Louisville Cardinals will be good this year. Trust and believe the Louisville Cardinals will be good this season. It's going to be a very interesting situation. So keep an eye on that game. And the third game is the Florida State Seminoles versus Virginia Tech. Florida State Virginia has been a good game every year that they've been in the ACC. The Florida State Seminoles have a new coach. This is only the third. Think about this. This is only the third coach since the 70s. You got Bobby, you got Jimbo, and then you got my man Haggard. This is a dude. Willie Haggard is a former player. He transferred out, but he's a former player. He's come up under Jimbo Fisher. He come up under Coach Jim Harbaugh's father. I think his name is Jim Harbaugh also. This is a dude who has an extensive coaching resume. What do you think about the Big Ten, Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State? Oh, the Big Ten is awesome. The Big Ten East is awesome. The Big Ten as a total conference is going to be one of the more powerful conferences. They've made a tremendous comeback. Thank you, Angry Black, for asking that question. The Big Ten is going to be back because overall they have a lot of expectations. Iowa, they have a quarterback. This dude might be the first Big Ten quarterback drafted in the first round in about 10 years. He's awesome. He doesn't have a whole lot of talent to work with. The Wisconsin Badgers are going to be a team to watch out for. Mr. Taylor, the running back, is awesome. A lot of people think he's a system quarterback, but if you look at the highlights, if you watch the games, he's bouncing off of people. Yeah, he's going to fall subject to the Emmitt Smith conversation. That's why you won't see him you may not see him in the Heisman hopefuls, but because they're going to say he got those big hog mollies in front of him, missed 2 or 3 yards before he's not even getting touched. But hey, you know what? People used to say that about Emmitt Smith, but anytime Emmitt Smith missed games, the guys who were running behind him, his backups didn't light up the league. It wasn't like Denver. Terrell Davis gets hurt, and they have 3 different dudes run for 1,100 yards each time. It wasn't that situation in Dallas. Emmitt Smith got hurt, and the dude behind him, Sherman Williams, and the other guys should have been one of the dudes that was one of the friends of the show, Reggie Brooks. They never did anything. They never drafted him, though. But they never did anything. Now, Michigan State is a team that from top to bottom, straight up and down, they're going to be good. They have a lot of returning juniors and seniors. This is a veteran-laden team. They don't have a big powerhouse 5-star recruits, but they are. Coach Antonio is an excellent football coach, and he's going to keep them in order. Now, when you mention Penn State, that's a team that I want people to pay attention to. Everybody thinks it was the Saquon Barkley show, and that's it, that's all. It's this dude named Trace McSorley. He is one of my top two players to win the Heisman Trophy this year. Him and it's a kid at Boston College. He's a running back. It's A.J. Dillon. But Trace McSorley is a competitor. He can run. He got wheels. He can throw the ball. People are going to see that Coach Franklin and the Penn State Nittany Lions are on point. I don't know where they're going to finish because the Big Ten is so competitive. This is one of the drawbacks of only having 6 teams. I think you really need that. 4 teams. I think they need to move to at a minimum 6. Everybody from a Power 5 conference and one team that's right there that we think is being pushed out. It's always going to be the argument. But that's the beautiful part about college football. It's always that argument. I think these guys should win. I think these guys should win X, Y, and Z. So, yeah, that's the Penn State Nittany Lions are going, and they also, I can't think of his running back name right off the top of my head, Angry Black Man, but they have an awesome running back. He was backing up.